Hello and welcome everybody to another Tarkir Dragonstorm draft video. I'm Paul Cheon and today we are sadly sitting at rank number 125. Yeah, fired off a draft while I was watching the NBA playoffs, and this is going to be coming out a few days after, so this is going to be old news, but man, just saw game one of the Pacers-Knicks series. Oh my goodness. How ridiculous was that game? Anyways, I'm recording a bunch of videos ahead of time because, of course, as all of you know, I did purchase a new home. So I'm trying to get ahead of my videos because we have a move coming very, very shortly. So over the course of the next week, you will see my background change to my new office location. Now, before we head into this draft, I just wanted to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs. Whether you need to buy some booster boxes of Final Fantasy or you wanted some singles for your constructed decks, check out TCGplayer.com and make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also, make sure you go to HeavyPlay.com for premium Match the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want really high quality deck boxes, playmat sleeves, dice boxes, everything you need for your next tabletop event, make sure you check out heavyplay.com/paulcheon and get 10% off your next order. All right, I'm feeling some 5-color. I haven't done it in a while, so maybe I can open something nice. We opened Karsi Revenant again. Last time I opened this card, I ended up with just a horrendous Golgari counters deck. Now, I did go back. I looked back at that draft because that's what you want to do. That's how you improve as a Magic player. I should have been four or 5 colors, and my deck would have been awesome. But anyways, I'm still going to take it because it's by far the best card in this pack. Kishless Skimmer, I guess, would be the second best card, and then nothing else. But yeah, let's just take the Revenant. I know black is mostly weak and it's mostly a trap, but basically, I'm going to go into this draft with the mindset, okay? With the mindset that I'm going to go into this draft with the mindset that, no, if this doesn't make my deck, that's totally fine. I will also go into the draft with the mindset of, in no way, shape, or form will I even entertain the idea of drafting Golgari midrange. Nuh-uh. We got past a Teamer Battle Crier and a Dragonstorm Globe. I like the Battle Crier. Let's go ahead and take that. Oh my gosh, are we going to take all the colors? Inevitable Defeat is a premium removal spell. This pack is insane, by the way. All 3 uncommons I like. Inevitable Defeat I like a lot. Backpack Beast Purging, Stormbrute also very, very good if I want to be, even if I'm not aggro. Like, I do think the Inevitable Defeat's better than the Purging Stormbrute, but wow, what a pack. But yeah, we are kind of all over the place, and it does look like Mardu is our seat, I'm going to say. I know we kind of took the Teamer Battle Crier, but I don't know, we see a pack with both a Shocking Sharpshooter and a Fortress Kinguard, and nothing really in this pack is on the same level as something like a Shocking Sharpshooter, so I think I'm just going to start by taking that. I mean, I could take the Evolving Wilds if I wanted to commit to some kind of a 5-color deck. But at the same time, like, these are both really good cards. I don't know. Like, missing out on the Evolving Wilds, I think, is fine when you take something as premium as something like a Shocking Sharpshooter based on what we have here so far. Pack 1, pick 5, nothing green. There is a Nomad Outpost, though, and given that I have this inevitable defeat, I think I'm pretty happy taking the Nomad Outpost here, and we'll see where the rest of this draft goes. Pack 1, pick 6, that is a late Sipsig Appraiser and a Sagu Pummeler. We are also seeing a Teeming Dragonstorm and a Stormplane Detainment here. I mean, white does seem pretty open. That is a late Appraiser. But I think I want to take one of these 2 cards. The question is Dragonstorm or Detainment. I'm going to take the Dragonstorm. I just like this card in general. Like, if I do end up with a handful of other dragons, it ends up being really, really good. But if not, I mean, it's still just 4 mana to get 2 2/2s. And given that Boros or Mardu is really looking to do the go white thing, I think it's the correct pick. And yeah, white's certainly open here. Pick 7, Fortress Kinguard here as well. And here's the thing, I went into this draft trying to consider being 5-color, but I feel like if I did go into 5-color, it would be more like I was forcing it than letting it come to me. So I think I'm happier with where this deck is going. Not sure if I'm going to be a black base or a red base here. We'll see. Moving on to pack 1, pick 8. There is an Underfoot Underdogs, but I actually really like Rebellious Strike. And given that it feels like white is going to be our core color more than anything, let's just take the Rebellious Strike here and kind of see where things go. Now there's an Osseous Exhale, which I care much less about. I just think it's not exactly the type of removal spell that I want. I think I'm just going to take Bloodfell Caves here and see if I can settle into a reasonable Mardu deck here. All right, moving on to pack 1, pick 10. The Host of the Hereafter certainly tabled, although the Formation Breaker did not. We have the choice between Dragonback Lancer and Loxodon Battle Priest. Both are pretty mediocre. I guess I'll just take the cheaper card. That's got mobilized, but I'm not a huge fan of that. All right, so we got a couple of red cards. We'll take an Unburied Earthcarver and just kind of going back between red and white cards. Starry-Eyed Skyrider. You know what's weird is the numbers on this card are really weak. It seems like it should be a decent card, but I guess it's just an underperformer. But yeah, the only red card we saw was a Shocking Sharpshooter. Now at common, the only thing I want to also pair with this is the Shock Brigade, right? So we'll just kind of see where to take this. Okay, and wow, what a pack. I would love to take this pack. Fortress Kinguard, Shocking Sharpshooter, Descendant of Storms, Stadium Headliner, and Molten Exile. So in this pack, there are 2 really good red cards, but I also think Descendant of Storms is really, really close, potentially even better. And given that I feel like white was the most open color based on what I saw, I think I'm going to take the Descendant of Storms here. And because I think it's really close between all of them anyways, but I feel like it felt like white was the most open color. So I'm going to take the white card here and maybe push the decision on whether or not I want to be red or black a little bit further down the line. Here we have the choice between Riling Dawnbreaker and Rebellious Strike. I'm going to take the Riling Dawnbreaker. I think this card is a totally fine 2-mana play, but with Teeming Dragonstorm, it gets that much better. And we're actually kind of lacking in 2-drops as well. So let's go ahead and take this for our deck. And then moving on to pack 2, pick 3. Yeah, we continue just getting all the white cards. I do think Static Snare is better than Stormplane Detainment, just because the upside of being able to play this at instant speed and also being able to play this for 2 or 3 mana, which is really nice. So yeah, let's go ahead and take Static Snare. So liking our spell situation, and that is a war effort. Now, that doesn't still discount us from being a white-black base, although we're not seeing a ton of good black anyways. But, you know, noting that we could potentially splash this as well, but this is a premium card in this strategy. All right, pack 2, pick 5 gives us absolutely nothing here, so I guess I'll take Evolving Wilds. Now, this is looking like it's going to be potentially a slower deck, depending on what we want to do for our splashes. I guess right now I'm more likely to be red-white with just splashing the Inevitable Defeat. I know the Revenant is super strong, but I don't know. All right, there's a Marshal of the Lost here and a Jeskai Devotee. I really am lacking 2-mana plays here, and I already have 3 tap lands, and typically you don't want to play that many tap lands in this type of deck. So the question really becomes, do I want to take a Marshal of the Lost and go into white-black, or do I just take Jeskai Devotee as just a fine 2-mana play for this type of deck? And I think I'm not going to let this trap me. I think I'm just going to take the Jeskai Devotee just because I think red-white generally just works much better than black-white and just keep the Inevitable Defeat as a potential splash. That's a really late Mardu Devotee that I'm happy with. I do think it's a much better option here than the Nomad Outpost. And yeah, really happy with this. Oh, another Mardu Devotee. Wow. That, talk about hookups. And the Fortress Kinguard tabled. Oh my gosh. I feel like the tail end of this pack went better than the start, but super, super happy with that. And what were our options? Descendant of Storms versus the Shocking Sharpshooter. Yeah, I'm happy with the Descendant of Storms pick. I really am. Another thing to note is that typically in these white-red decks, you are oftentimes heavier white than any other color. So taking a white 1-drop could be the tiebreaker over something like taking a red 1-drop, for example. Don't care about any of these cards. Granted, we also just have not a ton of red cards either. We're almost like mono white too. But it's not like I'm seeing, oh, like late Caustic Exhales and premium black cards either, right? It's just all we saw were a bunch of white cards. But the thing is, if the person passing to us was in Mardu, like they certainly wouldn't have passed these devotees late. So, and they passed us the war effort. I do like Rebellious Strike a lot, so. Don't really love Starry-Eyed Skyrider. I can see cutting that. This puts us on 9 creatures? Oh, 10 with the Teeming Dragonstorm. Okay. All right. It's also unclear how many of these tap, like if it's just inevitable defeat. The thing is, if I play one swamp, that gives us 6 black sources with the Mardu Devotee. So, you know, that'll certainly make it so that if I do see like a really, really good, like if I get Sonic Shriekers or something, I would absolutely take it. All right, well. This pack is good too. Sunset Strike Master, Dalkovan Pack Beast, and Stadium Headliner. All right, let's take the Stadium Headliner. Shock Brigade versus Riling Dawnbreaker. Pretty easy Shock Brigade. All right. Good start. Good start to the pack so far. Also, I mean, honestly, if it's just the inevitable defeat, I should maybe just not even play black. I don't know. Like, this is a lot of tap lands, and I really don't want this much for my white-red deck. I almost want to splash the Frostcliff Siege instead, but I will take the Zergo's Vanguard over Furious Forebear. I think this card is excellent. Frontline Rush, all right. We are getting the hookups now. Let's go. Frontline Rush, Shocking Sharpshooter, Stadium Headliner, Descendant. These are all the types of cards that you want in this type of deck. Seeing a bunch of blue stuff here. Don't really care too much for that. Don't care too much for aggressive negotiations on the splash. So this pack was a miss, which is unfortunate. We do have some playable cards in the sideboard, though. Honestly, I might just play Nomad Outpost and just not play these other 2 lands. Oh my gosh, a Pack 3, Pick 6 Pack Beast. This is, in Boros, probably the best or second best common next to Mardu Devotee. So very, very happy with that. Obviously, the counters deck is open, but you know what? It's a trap. It doesn't matter, okay? It doesn't matter. Our spell count is kind of low. Granted, we do have Frontline Rush that technically doubles as a spell here as well, and the Stadium Headliner can act as a removal effect too. Oh my gosh, a Pick 7 Duty Beyond Death. That is a premium card. We are so happy to get that late. Wow, okay? Abzan is certainly open. I will take this for the gems. And just for those of you who are not familiar, basically what I mean is when you have, because at this point I have 4 of every card because I've opened all my boosters. Whenever I get a rare, I just get 20 gems or 10 gems, something like that, which is why I'm taking it. Okay. See, now the counters deck is obviously open. Okay, well, we're not getting anything here. Okay, tabling nothing, but I think that's still okay because I'm really happy with this 21 cards, and I can add 3 more cards to my deck here and figure the rest out. I didn't even get any like reigning victors on the wheel. All right, I guess I'll play this Starry-Eyed Skyrider just because I don't have a ton of other good options. Let's play the Nomad Outpost for sure. Do I want Evolving Wilds or Bloodfell Caves? And let's just play the Duelists. And I only have the Inevitable Defeat. Well, and I definitely want to cut something like this. I want to play 1 more Plains here because I have more white than red. So this gives me 9 white, 8 red, 2 black, and 2 Mardu Devotees, and I only play 2 tap lands, and I don't have to put Swamp in my deck. The alternative would be playing an Evolving Wilds, cutting Bloodfell Caves, adding a Swamp, and then cutting a Mountain. But I think in general, the duels are a little bit better, and this gains me a life as well. So let's go ahead. And this still gives me 9 white, 8 red, which I think is pretty good. And then it still gives me 2 black lands plus 2 Mardu Devotees. It's not a lot, but I do think Inevitable Defeat's probably worth it. It's a really, really strong removal spell, and having 2 lands plus 2 Devotees should be more or less good enough to be able to play this. Now, if I add Evolving Wilds, that gives me I guess a 5th black source. No, because I would be cutting the Bloodfell Caves. No, it would add a 5th black source, but that would, I don't know, maybe I want to do that instead. No, I'm going to go with this. This just feels better. All right, let's take a look at our deck here. We have a couple of, some filler level cards, but overall, I still think this deck is solid. 16 lands with a bunch of 1-drops. This replaces itself. These replace themselves. We have 16 creatures with a teeming Dragonstorm, so that's 17 creatures. Frontline Rush can also act as another creature, but honestly, this is just, good old Boros beatdowns. Coming into this draft, I actually did want to go 5 colors, but given what we saw in the packs, you just kind of have to follow what you see. All right, now before round 1 starts, I just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying all of this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That is patreon.com/paulcheon. Once again, big shout out to all the patrons here. Really do appreciate all of your support. Access to the Patreon gives you access to my Discord channel, along with Patreon-only videos that I also make. Lots of different benefits depending on the tier that you join, so make sure you check it out. All right. I'm on the draw. I have a turn 2 Shock Brigade with a War Effort. You know what's funny is this would have been an Evolving Wilds. That's the biggest kick in the pants. Although I think I would have cut a Plains, to be honest. So this could have been a Plains or an Evolving Wilds. I'm on the draw. God, this hand is so good if I draw a White Source. I'm going to mulligan. Like, I think that might also be why I've been losing with the Boros deck sometimes, is I just keep risky hands. And I just feel like I should be a little more aggressive. It's really important to have both of your colors of mana and kind of curve out on your opponent. Playing a Shocking Sharpshooter over Devoted Duelist. Looks like they have a cost... No, just a Durgar Island Dragon. That's fine. Blue, blue, black. Sinkhole Surveyor. Okay. Interesting. Let's play a Mardu Devotee. War Effort. That is interesting. I guess I'll keep land plus War Effort. I'm gonna just like... I don't know if how good this actually is, but we'll see what they do. Strategic Betrayal. Okay. Yep. Oh, yes. We got him. Yes. Oh my gosh. I didn't think I'd be able to do this. Wow. What a beating. All right. Now we play War Effort, beat down. And even if they kill the Shocking Sharpshooter, I can go Devoted Duelist and still trigger the War Effort and keep attacking. Also, did they miss a land drop? They might have. Attuned Hunter. Okay. So I can't really attack with the Shocking Sharpshooter. They are at 13 life. They have 1 land available. Let's just keep attacking. All right, they're at 6 life. We have a 3/4 and a 4/2 with a War Effort in play. We got to just keep attacking, putting a ton of pressure. We have Underfoot Underdogs, Frontline Rush. My opponent has 4 cards. Okay. Let's play this. Let's attack. I mean, they're the ones who have to do something here, right? Okay. Yeah, that is not going to be enough. I mean, even if they block my Duelist, they die. All right. I mean, again... being able to Rebellious Strike and eat the Sinkhole Surveyor, like, that was kind of a risky move. But the thing is, that Sinkhole Surveyor is so annoying because if they just attack and make a 1/1 every turn, it just makes life so difficult for me. All right. If they kill a Mardu Devotee, I will be a sad Paul. Okay, I will be a sad Paul. Mardu Devotee. The thing is, if there's a mountain on top, do I even want it? Okay, I'll keep it. Just in case, right? Just in case. Like, I still have plenty of things to do over the next few turns. Krumar Initiate. Okay. What can you do for 1 blue? Wow! You know what I didn't see, actually? A coordinated maneuver. Right? That is something I would have expected to see. Stadium Headliner. I could kill Krumar Initiate. Is that worth it? Or do I just want to make a Riling Dawnbreaker? I just want to make Riling Dawnbreaker. The thing is, if they make tokens, it's gotta be at sorcery speed, and it costs them a bunch of life, and we can just attack for a lot here. Yeah. Okay, what do I want to do? What are they gonna block? Probably Stadium Headliner, right? I mean, like, yeah. What can they do with the Krumar Initiate, really? 4 cards in hand. I mean, it's really important, like, how I try to squeeze some damage in here. Like, Frontline Rush is a +3/+3 spell. They have 4 cards in hand. Knockout Maneuver. Okay. The question now, like, if they have a 2-mana removal spell here, too, it's pretty bad for me. But I don't think I'm in a position to play around it. Oh. Okay. Oh. Alright, so they're at 7 life. They played Awaken the Undead. They're going to kill the Pack Beast. They're probably out of action here. The question is, do I untap this and just hit them for 4? Or do I play the Underfoot Underdogs? I think I just want to get their life total super low. Because the nice thing about this is now if I draw another spell, also I get them to 3, which means Inevitable Defeat isn't out. But if I draw a second spell, I can Flurry as well. Alright, they milled a Karu Goldkeeper, 3 cards in hand. Champion of Doosan, sure. And a Gurmag Nightwatch. Okay, so now I can't attack them. They're at 3 life. Inevitable Defeat, please. Riling Dawnbreaker. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. All right, well, so that it has flying. They're at 3. Okay, so I actually think I play the Underfoot Underdogs here. And then I'm just going to make a token. Because that still hits them. And now, if they don't kill my underdogs, they're just dead. Also, I have 6 attackers, right? Like, what are they going to do? Like, what can they get back? Nothing that relevant here, right? So, yeah, they're 2 life. Went a little bit too wide. Got in for a little too much damage. And we are 2-0. All right. Out of the triple digits, which feels good. We just need to go on another really good run. And boom. We'll be back in the 30s in no time. But we still need to play well, mulligan well, and draw well. It's the Boros lifestyle. Alrighty. Opponent on the play. This one I will keep because, like, I'm on the draw and I know I don't have a white source, and we talk about all, you know, like mulliganing, but turn 1 Stadium Headliner into turn 2 Shocking Sharpshooter is so strong that I feel like I should keep this. I have 9 white sources in my deck. and I have 3 draw steps to find one, which gives us over 50% chance to find one. All right, but they played an excellent 2-drop, and of course we drew another mountain here. But I mean, especially because I have the Mardu Devotee, like even if I draw planes here, it's pretty good because I can just go Devotee into Descendant of Storms. All right, there is the planes. Whew. I was getting nervous. All right, no more lands. Do I want Devoted Duelist? Not on this board. And then let's play the Descendant of Storms. Given that I have 5 mana here, I'm going to be looking to hard cast the Riling Dawnbreaker. 4 cards in hand for the opponent. They have... I mean, my 1-drops in play are premium. Tursa Light Shatter. Okay. Wow, what a... I mean, that is an incredible, incredible start here for the opponent. I will take it. Land there, not ideal. Sure. Let's kill Tursa. And we got Descendant of Storms going, which, you know, is not terrible. But keep in mind, they didn't discard anything out of their hand. So, yeah, that's not good. All right, they can't attack me. Another land. Okay. Well, remember the thing that I said about drawing well and playing well? I think we're playing okay. In this game, not ideal, you know, but I feel like other mid-range creature decks probably have an edge against us. My assumption is they can go over the top a little bit better. Interesting. Okay. They're letting me attack with Descendant of Storms. Okay. That's a Devoted Duelist. Oh, I guess they have a... Yeah, I mean... Oh, and a Meringue River Regent? Okay. Yeah, you know, look. Sometimes your opponents go Exhale, Tursa, Meringue River Regent. Sometimes that happens. And when that happens, you just shake the hand. We had a solid start, but, you know, certainly we can't beat, like, busted rares. So... And there is no world where we can come back from this board, given what they have in their hand. Life total. They have a better board, more life, and a Meringue River Regent in hand. Wow, that loss took us from 55 to 120. Whew. Okay. Yeah, I'm running a 9-8 mana base. I could potentially go 10-7. All right, we are on the draw again, but... We do have Stadium Headliner, Devoted Duelist, Frontline Rush, and Static Snare, so really solid hand here. Let's keep this. Evolving Wilds, okay. Mountain off the top. This thing on the play is kind of savage, but on the draw, obviously if they just play like a random 2-drop, it's not as exciting. They are... Oh, God. This is by far the worst card to play against a Devoted Duelist. Let's make a 2-2, I guess. What? Wait, Jungle Hollow Mountain Plains? What are you doing there, friend? I mean, we have the potential for a pretty explosive turn here, but Fortress Kingard is really cramping our style. I need some way to kind of pump my team. Island? Okay, this is just some next level disrespect is what's happening over here. They're at 21. I'm just trying to get some damage in here. Wow, no blocks. Okay. And I'm going to hold on to this. Just I feel like every point of damage is relevant here. So let's go Devoted Duelist, Abzan Monument. Okay. I need a war effort or something. Okay, well that's certainly good. Devoted Duelist. Pack Beast. Okay. That's a Fortress Kinguard. That's fine. I'm just trying to clear the way a little bit here. Yes. All right. Meringue River Regent, you say? Fair enough. Red, Duelist. So the Static Snare will cost 2 mana. I don't have lethal. All right. They're at 9. Narset's... Oh, no. Wow. Into Sipsig Appraiser? Okay. All right. Well, you know what? One good draw deserves another is my thought process here. They didn't take the Dispelling Exhale. I don't have lethal, so I'm just going to play this as a dragon. Let's attack. Okay. All right, so they are at 7 life. We have 3 creatures in play. Roar of Endless. Holy cow. All right, 1 card in hand. Boom. Woo! Beat the Roar of Endless Song Meringue River Regent deck. No big deal. Man, we went from 55 to 110, and then we won, and we're at 77. The Mythic Climb, man. The Mythic Climb. You need to just go on these crazy streaks to even have a shot at, like, the top 10. It feels like you need to go 2-1 just to maintain whatever status you're at. Which, you know, should, I guess, somewhat be expected from a high mythic player. Although right now I wouldn't classify us as high mythic. All right, we have a Plains and a Mountain. So we're going to keep this. We are on the draw. And we drew the Inevitable Defeat. What's our record right now? 3-1? Okay. We've been on the draw 4 times. Unburied Earth Carver. Okay. I know they have the Earth Carver, but given that I have the Pack Beast here and like a frontline rush, I just feel like I want to go wide here. Now, we did keep a 2-lander. Would absolutely love to find land number 3 here. Okay. So we didn't. I hate everything. I'm going to pass. And yeah, this is life. I'm going to make some tokens here so that I can play the Pack Beast. They played a Mardu Monument, which I guess they just drew this turn, because I'm going to assume that they could have played it previously. Maybe they have a red 2-drop. All right, that's a Shock Brigade. Okay. Not really a good attack, trading this for 1 creature, in my opinion. It would be a really weird attack. I don't even know why you're considering it, to be honest. Not only do I have 2 mana up, like, I still get to keep something in play. Unless they're trying to prevent me from like playing a bunch of expensive things in my hand. I don't know. I mean, I guess that's the other consideration. Also, what is this mana? How do you have Unburied Earth Carver plus Shock Brigade in your deck? Your mana must be excellent to be able to pull this off. All right, I didn't draw land. Can I draw land now? Okay. Whew. Well, that was certainly good for us. We at least have a decent board, and we only missed out on one land drop so far. Our hand is pretty strong. Dragon's Prey. Okay. Gosh, how good would a land be here? A Shock Brigade attacks? Okay. I think our opponent's just confused. Attack block. He could have anything. Who knows? All right, Devoted Duelist. Okay. I was hoping they'd block. Alright, Bloodfell Caves. I guess their mana is pretty good. Venerated Stormsinger, sure. No good attacks from them, though. And we drew a land here, so that is excellent. How do I want to approach this now? I'm at 20 life. Thing is, like, if I attack with the Zergo's Vanguard, how are they blocking? They're gonna have to trade with at least two things, right? I don't know why I played the land. Well, keeping up double Rebellious Strike doesn't seem bad. And they might still feel priced in to block. Oh wow, Duty Beyond Death? That is ridiculous. Alright, they drain me. Okay. I mean, this hand just needs lands. I guess I could have played the Stadium Headliner. I just wasn't sure what I was going to do. Okay. This could be a really aggressive attack. I don't know. Okay. Oh my god, really? Worthy cause? That's rough. Worthy cost, rather? Oh, man. So I can kill the Stormsinger? The question here becomes whether or not... Okay, so given that block, I think I just go with Duty Beyond Death. Alright. So now I have 8 power in play, and I have War Effort. They have 1 card left. Riling Dawnbreaker, that's not bad. Swamp would be nice. Okay, Shock Brigade. Also, attacking with everything isn't terrible. I feel like I'm gonna need to use this Rebellious Strike, but I think Shock Brigade is better next turn anyways. And I want to kill this dragon. Okay. Alright, in that case, let's go Teeming Dragonstorm. And then now we can go War Effort for the win next turn. Interesting game. Pack Beast is good. I don't think it's going to be enough. I have, like, just so many attackers. Especially if they want to be aggressive. I guess the Dawnbreaker has Vigilance. I think if they attack with the Shock Brigade, they're probably just dead. Like, I just blocked a token. They have 2 blockers. Unless they have Coordinated Assault, I guess. Or whatever, Coordinated Maneuver. Like, if they just have a removal spell, it's fine. Are you kidding me? That's insane. They went Salt Road Pack Beast into Maneuver. Wow. That is unbelievable. I will be so upset if I lose this game. I shouldn't be able to. It should be pretty tough. I have a million blockers, and I have this inevitable defeat. But wow. I cannot believe that just happened. Unreal, honestly. Can't be countered. Can't be countered. This better work. What if they have their own inevitable defeat? Oh my gosh. That got so scary. I just... You know what's funny is if they let the war effort resolve, they might have been able to bait me into attacking with everything and then attack me back for the win. All right, 4-1. Wait, we were 55th, lost and won twice, and we're still down 2. It's a rough life. It's a rough life. But you know what? I will just continue taking these wins. Okay, so this is getting a little bit out of hand. This is now... It's fine. We have been in the draw in five of the 6 games now. Now, do I keep this hand? This just happens so frequently. It's kind of annoying. I'm gonna mulligan this. All right, I'll keep this. Don't know what to bottom. It could be a land because I have the Devotee. Right? Like with the Devotee, I'm just pretty likely to be able to find a land if I need. But for example, if for my natural draw step, like I don't need, like I draw land, then I can scry lands to the bottom. Our opponent also mulliganed here, but into turn 1 Mardu Devotee. Top bottom. Okay, we drew a land. So yeah, now we just don't need lands. Okay. Oh wow, those are all great. I will keep all of those. So they kept something on top, so they will almost certainly have something here. Fortress Kinguard, okay. I just want to draw some lands here. And being able to just even eat half of a card for free to make it so that I have a high chance of drawing a land for war efforts. Really? What is this? I guess they're playing the monastery. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. All right. All right. Now I'll take a land. Stadium Headliner. Yeah, I mean, it's just a removal spell, right? I guess I'll keep that as well. I wasn't sure on Sharpshooter versus Fortress Kinguard, but this blocks pretty well. That was a pretty good attack with the Mardu Devotee. I wonder if they have some kind of combat trick. Obviously happy blocking with this Mardu Devotee. If they want to spend their turn to use Rebellious Strike this turn, I think I'm okay with it. Shock Brigade, all right. Okay. 19 cards. War Effort is not that good here. I actually think I'm going to play a Teeming Dragonstorm. Continue developing my board, smack my opponent for... The thing is, a pair of 2/2s here with the War Effort, that's when you're starting to talk about a lot of potential damage coming in. I'm also not too concerned about Rediscover the Way with these small creatures. 4 cards in hand, though, and they did get to resolve Rediscover the Way, so you know they're going to have some action here. Nothing, huh? Wow. I mean, they do have a Quarry Mountain Monastery, but this makes me not want to play out the War Effort. Let's play Stadium Headliner. Let's play this Fortress Kin Guard. I mean, they have 3 cards in hand. Like, they have to have something here. I'm not going to attack here. But if their best play is activate the land, that's kind of embarrassing. Right? Like, oh, another Mardu. I don't know. I mean, that's just how I feel. Like, how can you cast this twice and then just have nothing? Now, like, obviously, if they still have a counter here, it's kind of unfortunate. Like, I'm kind of hoping that they feel the pressure and need to just block with everything. That's what I'm hoping for here. Given that they have 3 cards in hand. I mean, they could have something like a Duty Beyond Death, I guess. I'm just most afraid of, like, some kind of counter spell. But I guess they would have countered Fortress Kin Guard, probably. Okay. Alright, I mean, that was a huge turn, obviously. See, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They do have some really good blocks here. Like, something blocks the Stadium Headliner and something blocks the Shocking Sharpshooter. These 2 get blocked. They go to 12 from the 2 tokens that get made. I mean, alternatively, I can just make the safe attacks. The safe attacks involves just attacking with the 2 soldiers here. And then just waiting till next turn. Okay. Like, I just feel like I want to use the Shocking Sharpshooter seems like there's a lot of value there. And I just want to set it up where my Stadium Headliner can kill something. Riling Dawnbreaker would be a really good draw to pick up Teeming Dragonstorm. Yeah, like, being able to kill this Pack Beast seems really nice. 3 cards in hand for the opponent. Like, the thing is, I feel like if they had a removal spell, they would have wanted to use it already. Jeskai Shrine Keeper, okay. Okay, that is certainly good. They're going to gain some life. All right, we're now all in here. I mean, it's the best attack that we have. We might still lose this game, for sure. Like, they have to put 3 things there, 1 thing there. And we do something like this. Whew, close. They're at 2 life. They get to go up to 3. 3 cards in hand. We still need to draw something here. So if they play a creature, they're still dead. Like, a creature or a removal spell and they're still dead. Right? Because I have 4 2-power creatures attacking. Please don't have a Bewildering Blizzard. Okay. Wait, are they still dead? Whoo! New way forward, huh? All right. That one was a super duper close one, and I feel like there may have been some sequencing things there where maybe I could have won on a previous turn. I'm not sure, but we're 5-1, and let's keep going. I'm just trying my best, which might not be the actual best, but I'm just trying my personal best. All right, opponent on the play here. All right, I'm going to mulligan again, but we've been able to win with all these mulligans. You know, this would have been better if I lost every die roll, because then I could, like, put it in my thumbnail. You know what I mean? But we have won 1 die roll. We've been on the play once and on the draw 6 times. Yeah, and this I cannot keep. It's like I play a turn 2 Riling Dawnbreaker and then just hope, like, I draw creatures and spells at the perfect time. We will keep this, and we will bottom. Kind of interesting, actually. Let's bottom a land. I think Shock Brigade plus Rebellious Strike is a really nice combination. We're also on the draw. If I'm on the play, I would have kept the land. But there's just, like, there is a pretty high likelihood that I'm going to be able to Rebellious Strike. Like, turn 2 Shock Brigade, turn 3 attack. If they block, I Rebellious Strike. And then, if, you know... Okay, another Mardu Devotee. Playing a lot more Boros and Mardu instead of 5 colors in this draft. It's working out so far. Okay, so they're playing Jeskai, it looks like. Veteran Ice Climber, sure. We drew a land. Wait, what? Okay, I do not care about getting milled. What do you... If I lose to Esper, I'm gonna be so sad. I really will be. All right, Esper tempo. I mean, look at this. Okay. Okay, coordinated maneuver, sure. All right, we're kind of racing, I guess. A land here would be fantastic. Oh, that's the land. Oh, no. Oh, and then that's the tap land. Oh, no. How do I want to do this? Really? Just 4-color aggro. We're getting 4-colored aggroed here. This is wait, teamwork. Wait, maybe they're not I don't have words for how I'm feeling right now. Okay. Okay. At least they're not hitting me that hard. Stormshriek Feral, okay. Armament Dragon, what are you doing? What on double Mardu Devotee, Armament Dragon, Teamer? What is happening? All right, all right, all right. Oh, they got a war effort. Oh well. Duty Beyond Death. Does the flurry trigger? I don't know. Okay. I mean, that wasn't bad. And my board is pretty good. And I have Rebellious Strike plus Frontline Rush. That's an Ambling Storm Shell. Okay. Are they gonna block everything? Maybe they let one creature through? Because otherwise they just do not have good blocks. Okay. Oh my. Okay. Oh. Watch Paul as he gets completely tilted about the sequence of cards that are coming out from the other side. Okay, we are now 6-1. We are now 6-1. Being on the play is overrated. I will say, the one thing that I am pretty proud of myself for in this set are my mulligan decisions. They have largely paid off. They have largely paid off. We've mulliganed like 4 times. All right, here, one of each land. We're on the draw again. I will keep. Oh, this is incredible. All right, all the Rebellious Strikes. We'll go Sharpshooter into something, I guess. Abzan Devotee, okay. There's a land, that's good. Esper. Okay. Warden of the Grove. Okay. Well, you know, sometimes sometimes you get rared out. I think that was our other loss, right? Our other loss was to some silly rare. I mean, turn 3 Warden of the Grove off the splashed Abzan Devotee into a creature. I mean, I'm just not gonna, like, on the play, like, I'm just not gonna beat that. I mean, even on the draw, like, my deck doesn't have that much removal. It really has just a bunch of combat tricks to push through removal, push through damage. So, yeah, if they just play a creature here, oh my gosh. That is a curve, ladies and gentlemen. That is certainly a curve. Revival of the then they can do this, and then they, oh my gosh, the Abzan deck of Abzan decks. I don't know. My hope here is to just like get lucky and block this Warden of the Grove somehow. I don't know. It's just not. Like, next turn, they get to attack me for 1,000,000 and gain 1,000,000. Yeah. Alright, I'm done. This one's over. They have a Warden of the Grove. I can't kill it. Revival is coming off. Turn 3 Warden, turn 4 Revival of the Ancestors on the play. That'll happen. It's okay. It's okay. Look, we know how bomb-oriented this format is. And once again, you just have to know that that happens to you as often as you do it to your opponents, for the most part. Move on. Alrighty. This is pretty legendary. Oh my gosh, we're on the play. I don't even know what to do with myself. I don't have cheap creatures to play, but I feel like I need to keep 2 planes, a mountain, and a starry-eyed Skyrider in my hand. I just feel like I have to keep this hand. Like, I would have loved to keep, you know, Mardu Devotee, or I have like not played that many turn 1 Descendant of Storms or Stadium Headliners, but you know, we've been able to scrap it out. 2 drop off the top would be amazing. Oh, yes, that's perfect. That's so good. It just means that we're not really going to miss a beat here, which is nice. Glacial Dragon Hunt? Wow. Okay. So they get to do that. I mean, maybe they're just drawing a card, but it feels so bad discarding a card to kill a 1/2. But if you're just trying to survive into the late game, it's a totally fine option still. Yep, they discarded Boulderborn Dragon. Fair enough. All right, we drew another land, which is good. Hopefully they don't kill the Starry-Eyed Skyrider, so I can play this Pack Beast on 4. If they kill my Skyrider, it's really annoying. Okay, they're gonna kill it. Yeah, it is what it is. Okay, creature? Nope. All right, so we're just gonna do this just to find a creature maybe. We did. It's really awkward timing, but we'll take it. And now, I mean, given that we drew this land, we can obviously just play out a Pack Beast now. Fortress Kingard. God! This is just by far the most annoying thing people can do against us. And you have a removal spell? Oof. Okay. Alright, Pack Beast. Show us your worth. This inevitable defeat. We have 4 black sources in our deck. We've looked at 13 cards. They played a Swamp. Mardu Devotee. What? Okay, so they are red, white, splashing blue, and black. It seems. Wait, you have another kill spell? What is this? Oh my gosh. Riverwheel Sweep into Frontline Rush. Their deck's the real deal. It absolutely is. It looks better than mine, that's for sure. Like, we had a decent hand, too. Can War Effort get us out of this? That was a pretty good draw. I mean, that was probably the best possible draw, honestly. No blocks? So now, like, Mardu Devotee would be really good, so I can cast the Inevitable Defeat, or just anything that makes tokens would also be good, of course. Oh, okay. Let's kill the Devotee. This doesn't feel like the type of deck that's probably going to play a counterspell here. They have Frontline Rush that they need to play. Are you kidding me? Oh, God. Okay. They played a Corey Steelcutter, too. What a deck. What a deck. All right. A mountain. What are all of your thoughts on mountain off the top? Oh well. Ay ay ay. That was a good draw. Okay. Man, I just won a trophy. We were 6-1. But this does not look like it's gonna be a trophy for us. Jeskai Shrine? To say that like I'm a little bit upset or a little bit annoyed would be an understatement here. Oh my goodness. 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, presumably they're going to use the Dragon Hunt now to kill my Pack Beast. Mardu Devotee, there's like a small chance I can win the game if I draw Mardu Devotee. Because they're probably going to try to kill my Pack Beast. Now, if I'm lucky, they have a land in their hand and they're not going to be able to discard something. I don't have an untapped Black Source I can draw, which is the problem. I have 2 Mardu Devotees that I can use to play the defeat. It is really funny, though, that we're going to lose with Inevitable Defeat in our hand. I think that's pretty funny. This is 9 damage. It's not quite lethal. Oh, they can play the Dragon Hunt. Yeah. Okay, so they need to miss with this. They need to miss with this. If they miss with this, maybe we have a chance. No, of course not. Why couldn't you just hit a land there? Ugh. Okay. And the thing is, like, they're at 5. They're just gonna actually, they're just gonna attack with the Shrine Keeper, huh? Or whatever. They're not gonna make risky attacks here. Do I have a way to give this trample? I don't know. Like, the only way I win now is if they make, like, a really crazy, irresponsible attack. But they played well. Mommy Longlegs too strong. Daddy Longlegs, I think I would have beaten. But Mommy Longlegs... Alright. Another land there. Like I said, I mean... Anytime you have a Boros deck, to fully expect a trophy is kind of hard. I think Boros decks are really, really good at getting 4 to 6 wins in like a lot of instances. Because it's just, when you just look at fundamentally what your deck's trying to do, you're trying to punish slow starts, right? And you're just trying to draw exactly like 5 or 6 lands. You don't have that much card draw, and you're just hoping to push through every last point of damage for the win, right? But if you draw like 2 or 3 too many lands, or you're on the draw 1 too many times, or your opponents do have a nice curve out draw, then all of a sudden their late game is just going to be stronger than yours. So like, I'm just trying to put things in context. Like, I shouldn't be too upset about a 6-3 finish with this deck. Like, going into the draft after what happened, I was like, would you lock in 6 wins with this deck? I absolutely would. It's just the manner in which we lost, where we were 6-1 and then we lost 2 in a row. Like, it happens, right? My opponent there had a fantastic draw with like 5 removal spells on curve. Like, that's really hard for me to deal with. I lost to Warden of the Grove turn 3 into turn 4 Revival of the Ancestors on the draw. Not going to beat that. And then I lost to, pretty sure I lost to another rare in an earlier match as well. I kind of forget now. So honestly, 6-3 is still a pretty reasonable result. I still think I like playing the Inevitable Defeat. This card has been incredible for me. And with 2 black lands, like I was going to play the Nomad Outpost anyways. So the true cost of playing this is the 1 Bloodfell Caves. Of course, also it's sitting in my hand and not being able to play it. But with the 2 Mardu Devotees, I do think it was worth playing. And also, it's not like my sideboard had great options anyways. Like if my sideboard had another Shock Brigade or something, maybe I would have just played that instead. But I think it was worth playing the Inevitable Defeat. It's a pretty impressive card. So 6-3, lots of Boros. I really want to draft something else. We've been drafting Boros a lot recently. We have been winning a fair amount. But yes, I would certainly love to be able to showcase other archetypes as we close out this format. But you know what? When it's open, you take it, you move on, right? Next time, hopefully we can draft some 5-color. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That is patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for all your support, as it truly means a lot. Also, check out TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. Pre-orders for Final Fantasy are available, so make sure you check it out. If you want to buy some booster boxes or some other sealed product, make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but not least, check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, they've got a ton of great stuff, and they're always pumping out new products as well. If you want to check out what they have, go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.